Hello, hello everyone. Rock Life with Zion. I am so happy for us to be today at this place right now because we're going to have in the house Karyn White, two-time Grammy nominee. We're going to be talking to her today, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what Karyn is doing right now. Great things. We also have a Derrick Muhammad film, so you will be actually getting to meet him and see and listen to all the great things that he is doing as well. So right now, what I like to do is I'm just waiting right now for some people to get on here so we can get some people on here. Hey, Valerie, how are you? And also, you can actually ask them any questions tonight. So remember when Karyn White was out with the song, I'm Not Your Superwoman with Superwoman? That really touched a lot of people's lives, especially us women. You know, we are super women, but it's like we got to do everything, really everything. So we get to ask her all kind of questions. She is actually doing many great things. She's acting right now. This new movie is coming out. It's so awesome, excited about that. And that new movie is going to be talked about, which is called GALE in the Storm. And that's going to be launching on October 2nd. The premiere is October 2nd. It's going to be launched premiere October 12th in Sacramento, California. And that's going to be at the Tower. You know what? I need to in Sacramento. So let's try to get some people on here. All right. So I am so really excited about this. And we got actually, when you talk to Derrick, you know, you can ask him all different kind of questions about how the film was made, how it came together. We're going to be getting all your questions together. Karyn, you know, she's a the girl is bad. I don't know if you got a chance to check out that video that I posted, but you can really hear her voice. I mean, she has a phenomenal voice. And so I just want to make sure that we all get on here online so that we can talk to her and pretty much find out about what she's doing with the acting thing. I mean, she's doing the acting, she's co-writing. I mean, she just has so many talents, so many talents. So make sure you click and share. Share right now. Share right now. Invite people in so they can come in and talk to Karyn up close and personal. She's going to be on very shortly. So, hi, Frank. How are you? Just waiting for the people to come in. Just make sure to invite your friends here.
Just a reminder, you can reach us at email. Just a reminder, you can reach us at email.
Yeah, and if you have any questions or anything, make sure that you can reach us at the email, RockLifeZion@gmail.com. RockLifeZion@gmail.com. So come on in, just waiting so we can get the people on here. So we could talk about this new movie, GALE in the Storm. And this movie is basically about my sister's, it's about her life, her dreams, her singing, the things that she's done. So her journey, everything. We're just so excited. So when we find out what Karyn was doing, has she been using those superwoman abilities, the things that she had, that duet that she did with Babyface in the day. I mean, she had so many great hits. We get to also talk about that. Hi, Gary. Thank you for being in and joining us. So we like to get all we can to come in and join so that we can go ahead and get her on this phone and just talk to her. Make sure you go ahead and post. Go ahead and share this. Invite your friends over right now. I'm sure we have a lot of people definitely that would love to ask her some questions and find out what it is behind the scene. Thanks for joining us, Yvonne and Crystal. You'll be able to talk to Derrick. I mean, he's about doing the director. It is his film director, Derrick Muhammad. He is a Derrick Muhammad film. So we definitely want to ask him questions, especially for those who would like to do movies that have a budget to go ahead and get their things done and posted, and just dreams. We're here to make things happen, and we're dealing with people who are making it happen. And love is moving right now. Like I said, every one of us have a purpose. All of us have gifts and talents, and it's beautiful to be able to see and to support one another and love one another in these gifts and talents that we have. So come on, let's thank you, Gary. Thank you for joining us. Hi, William. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So we're just going to give it a little bit of time so we can have Karyn come on and bring that red carpet out for my girl, because the girl can sing. The girl can sing. You are I'm excited. I don't know. I think I'm excited for everybody. And not only can she sing, she is beautiful. That's my royal sister for this. She is a beautiful inside and out. And I'm very excited for her and what she's doing and coming out with the bang. I mean, oh my gosh, if you haven't, what you need to do, I wish I had that 2020 I've been praying for, okay? So every time I got to read something, here you go. At least it matched my outfit. What you think? Anyway, so if you want to buy a CD, you can go to www.karynwhite.me/music. Again, that's karynwhite.me/music. You can go ahead and buy a CD there. I would like you to go check out the music, get that snippet, because I'm going to tell you, it only gives you a taste. And when you taste, it's so good. You're going to want to really listen to the rest of the music because, like I said, she is phenomenal, totally phenomenal. And of course, the soundtrack is GALE in the Storm, so it's a soundtrack that goes with it. Everything is brand new, coming out. I am excited, and all I want you to do is just come on, click that button. Come on, click that button. Okay, James, thank you for tuning in. Okay, go ahead, share, bring your friends in shortly, because we're going to be having Karyn White right there, up close and personal, telling what she's doing right now, expressing and letting us know all the beautiful things that's happening in her life. And it's always inspiring to us too, so that we can know that, hey, you know what? When you do your gifts and your talents, your purpose that's within you, all great things can happen. So I'm excited. All right. So are you guys pushing that button? Still waiting a little bit, trying to get some more of you guys in here. And you also know that you can dial in if you want to go on the on the radio portion. You can also do that. You can actually dial in. This is also Facebook Live, and it's also where you can go in and actually dial the number. And that should be on the website or on the Facebook page. If you need it, that dial-in number is 515-604-9842, and the access code is 910050. All right. So we'll give it a few more minutes before we get the lovely, talented Karyn White on the line.
Tomorrow night.
And two, make sure you stay tuned because we got some things going on tomorrow night, 7 p.m., same place, same number, everything. We're going to be here talking about mashed potatoes. It's all about relationships. So I want you guys to tune in for that, talk about who's in my bed. So that's going to be exciting. So I want you to come in because that's going to be pretty juicy because you need to know who's in your bed, right? And we're going to definitely find out. So you make sure. And we're going to have a special guest. We're going to have Anita Jenkins. She's going to be here. And Crystal Renee McCorvey. And I'm excited about that. I'm so excited. So make sure you tune in right here. All right, Lily. All right. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you bring your friends in because Karyn's going to come on the line real briefly here. And we're definitely looking forward for her coming in and telling us all about what it is to be Karyn White. And I'm excited. You know why? Because I was looking at all her pictures and just like how beautiful she is, how talented she is, and to see that we have something in common. She had that beautiful curly hair. I just love her hair. I just love her hair. She is just like so awesome. It's just everything about her is an inspiration, you know, and just even her song about the Superwoman and all the other songs, you know, that she's done. I want you to know that she is a Grammy nominee two times, okay? Recording artist. She also did the Billboard Music Awards winner. She was also an Image Award winner and a favorite of her fans. Okay, and she's best known for her platinum-selling single Superwoman, as you know, I always talk about that one, and timeless catalogs of some hits, which includes the Way You Love Me, Romantic, and Love Saw It. And that Love Saw It was that actually Babyface duet that she did, and many more. She has so many beautiful hits. So I'm going to be bringing her on here shortly. And so make sure you guys, hi Bruce, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Good to see you, my brother. Make sure you can get all those other fans out there. Hello, Orlando. Hey, what's up, brother? How are you? Glad. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so I'm just waiting. We have a couple people we want to get in so that we can get it going on. Thank you. Just waiting for a couple more people to join us. Hi there, Nola Song. How you say that? Nola Song. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you guys sharing, okay? Go ahead and bring your people in. Like I said, today who we're having, Karyn White coming on, all right? And she's going to be talking to us and sharing with us everything. And we're going to talk about her. And like I said, she's a 2-time Grammy nominee. She's had some beautiful awards to herself. And also she's doing great things within the movies, acting. And you're going to have to see this movie because this movie, let me tell you, Derrick and all them, they did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal. And, you know, you guys, trust me, it's definitely going to be a treat. Definitely a treat. So let's get a few more minutes and I'll make sure everything is kosher here so we can go in here and get her on the line for you. And make sure you get your questions ready, you know, so you can ask her any kind of questions that you like. You know, and let me tell you, the girl, she can sing. So if you want her to bust out a tune, I'm sure she wouldn't mind doing that either. You know, and Derrick right there, I don't know, Derrick, you might have to do a duo. This Derrick say, I don't know if he's singing or not, but he's definitely getting that, you know, that directing and producing. And definitely, you know, he's a stand-up comic too. Okay, if you don't know, he got jokes, so you know what, he keep you rolling. So he's just a well-rounded gentleman. He has lots of talents, and I'm so excited to get him on the phone as well to hear all the wonderful things that he is doing. You know, so we are going to have a fun time tonight. Woo! Right? We're going to have fun. And as you know, I know it's later over there in the Midwest and so forth, because you guys like a little bit like 10-17 over there. So you guys are winding down. Thank you for joining, George. Thank you. Make sure that you press in right now. I'm just waiting a little while so that we can get some people on here to start getting it together. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal said I can sing too. All right. Let me see. You know that's going to come soon. I look forward to that myself. Oh, hey there, Darkest. Hey, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. All right, now. A few more minutes here. We got people coming on, joining us. That's what we want. So we're going to have some announcements too, and what we're going to do just to let you know a little bit about this forum. Just to know a little bit about it. We're going to find that I'm going to go ahead and Karyn's going to come on. We're going to talk to her. We're going to find out all the wonderful things that she's doing. Then when we finish, we're going to get a chance to talk to Derrick and see what he has to say. And then we're going to have a question and answers. So this is what I love, because I had a lot of people like, oh, I got to talk to, I want to see what's going on with my girl, what's going on. I had someone talk to me and say, you know what, she really put me through, she was there for me. One of her songs, let me get it right. One of her songs had actually carried me through some hard times in my life. So that's very, very touching and inspiring, just to know that what our Karyn is doing is touching the hearts, and have touched the hearts and changed the hearts of people in a positive way that really meant a lot, you know. So not only is she doing things that, you know, for the acting, but really in the acting, it's inspiring. Actually, the feature film is very inspiring too, especially it goes on to show about you, your life, you know, your choices, what you're going to do, and how you come back, you know, and the things of that nature. So we all need that, because we all have gifts and talents that we need to actually express, right? Okay, thank you. All right now. So, hey, okay, so good.
It was a crazy thing. I was like suspended animation in your queue. I was begging. I was in a sunken place.
Oh, no, okay. So this
I was in a sunken place and no one could hear me. I pressed pound. I pressed star. He told me nothing to pound. I didn't need pound. It had me in the sunken place. Lord have mercy.
Oh, no.
I want to bring Karyn on. She ready. She up here singing.
Okay, give me 1 minute. Oh, she's singing. All right. All right, everybody. All right. So we got them here. Woo! Okay, you hear my girl?
Y'all getting a concert tonight.
That's my girl. There she is. Oh, there you go. That's beautiful. There's my girl, Karyn White, in the house. Hey, Karyn, the beautiful, talented, incredible Karyn White in the house. All right. Oh, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, Karyn and Derrick. I am just so amazed and so happy to be a part of this. So, hey, without wasting time, Karyn, I mean, you got to tell us. I know you a 2 times Grammy nominee. You've won Billboard Awards. You've done so many great things. And here you are coming out right now doing a new feature film, right? So come on, tell me about what's going on with you.
I just want to say that all that I do, it's just a blessing, because I've been away from the business for about 2 decades. Mm-hmm. I was just talking to him today, and he's like, you got to remember that. Like, so you have to, I'm gathering. It's like I'm starting over. I have these legendary songs, but I'm starting over. And, it's just coming back into this business for the love. I was telling someone, just not about the fame, not about, in this new business, you have to see it all and do it all. So right now we're doing, I just released a soundtrack, GALE in the Storm, which is out on my site now. And then we have this feature film that is loosely based on my life, about a legendary singer who, walked away at the height of her career. And then, she comes back and hooks up with this legendary, also music producer. He tries to get her to sing again. And so it's loosely based on my life, but I won't tell you guys parts that are true.
Well, you know what? I would like to ask you, because this is really could help a lot of people. Tell me how it is like when you're at the height of something in your life, because that's just like an energy. That's just like being at the top of the building, you know what I'm saying? And you're flying, and all of a sudden you come down into this other space. How was that?
Well, I'm going to say that I've been so blessed. And I believe that God pulled me out because I was really, I'm going to tell you, I was great at, as a kid, I would have a goal. I would be in, I would want to be doing pageants. I would want to put together groups. I was always, just that go-getter. And so I really feel like I've been grinding, wanting to be in this business person, if you really want to know. So I really felt like I was really good at being able to set a goal, but I wasn't liking who I was becoming as a woman. Right. I remember, I was married to the incredible Terry Lewis at the time, and we were Beyonce and J.Z. Powerhouse couple, and I just, I got it all too fast, and I fucked it up. And so I'm probably going off because I'm just in that mode of being honest, and I want to help somebody because it's a relief for me to talk about it.
And I love it.
So,
yes.
So stepping away from the business is what I needed because I probably would have spiraled out of control, you guys. So honestly, I believe that God pulled me out.
That's awesome. And that's special. That's very special because a lot of people don't know how to do that. They hold on and then they sell their souls and then they become, come into a dark place where they're not fulfilled, and it took a lot of strength for you actually to do that. And that's beautiful. And now coming to a new place where you're going right now, So tell me about this soaring place, because now you're soaring from a whole different place right now. So I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, I'm really glad. I mean, a lot of artists, and it hurts my heart because I know a lot of legendary artists that are incredible, and they let their value be in if they have a hit or not, or if they're popular. And like I said, I'm so grateful that I stepped away, and I was doing real estate, flipping houses, and I found the love in that because I was still being creative. So coming back, like I said, it's fun because I'm not burnt out like a lot of artists probably are with this whole music business being changing and music being free and, iconic artists, legendary artists barely making a living because, the streaming, you're barely getting any money. It's a crazy time, but I see the beauty in it is that the one thing they can't do is they can't take away my name. And I have such an amazing fan base that loves me and has, really shown me support coming back. It just, that is my value is not on, like I said, on having being Billboard top 10. It's really being able to do what I love to do and making a living and just, sharing my gift because when I wasn't singing, I was depressed, y'all. Because I love it. You guys can tell me. Come on, I'm an entertainer. So I get on the stage, you're going to be entertained. And so how did I suppress all that? So I believe I went into a dark place where I kind of hid that side of my personality and had to become this business person. But I think I suppressed it. I think I was really in a deep, dark depression for years, you guys, years.
So
Happy mother!
Look, check this out. Isn't it, girl? And you know what? You know, we do sometimes have to go into the valley, you know. And I always say that's where our wings are, you know, when we go into that place. That's where we find our wings.
They can't hear you. She said that your wings, when you go into the valley, you guys, that's where your wings are. Because you get to find out who you are when, you know, when you go into the valley. And you're right.
Yes.
So that's just what to say that. Make sure they heard what you said, because that was really beautiful.
Yes, Karyn. So you know what? You have so many talents. Okay, God has blessed you with many talents. Okay, and so can you tell me? I mean, is there one over the other? I mean, what is your heart felt? The one that's just like it. You breathe it. Is it the singing, or is it the songwriting? What is it for you?
For me, I feel the most free on stage. So if you ever go to a Karyn White show, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I love the fact that I'm the most comfortable there. I mean, I hate sometimes that the sound sucks. That's out of my control, but I give it all. I leave it on the floor. You know, it's every ounce of me, you know, and so the performing has been the most incredible time, because, you know, you get the people there, you know, and that it just becomes a whole nother, you know, even me here on Facebook Live, it's just like I was depressed. I was telling my people that are on live with me, and then I just started singing, and it just totally went away. But, you know, so I believe that that's just performing, singing, dancing, acting, the whole, all of it.
You know, I love this. What did you say, Karyn? Can you say that last part one more time?
Oh, I said just total being an entertainer, entertaining.
Okay.
That's where doing it all three. Because when you go perform, when I perform, I'm acting, singing, dancing, doing karate, all that.
Look, karate? You do karate?
I'm being funny.
Okay, because let me tell you, because I went straight to Superwoman on that. I went straight when you said karate. Sis, I went straight Superwoman. I said, okay, you know, I was like, okay, girlfriend got talents over there. So,
yeah, I got an S on my chest.
I know, I love it. We're gonna put that on the resume too, sis, because you know what? That's definitely, you are talented all the way around. So, you know what I wanted to ask you, because, like you said, you know, being at the height of your career, you know, doing that, going through a time in your life, finding the pieces, understanding, going in the inside. That's what I said, that inner journey. We have to go into that inner journey, you know, and that's where you went. You know, that it seemed to be dark, but actually you went to the most important part of who you are, finding out who you are, so that now that you're coming out, you are not just moved by what's going on the outside of you, but understanding, being built on who you are and whose you are on the inside, you know. So by your talents, go ahead.
Yes. Let me say something, because let me just give you a little example. When you're talking about, I don't even think I would be relatable right now had I said, let me tell you, at 16, I'm with a group called Legacy, and we're working with, you know, the legendary group Switch on Motown. That's our manager, Jody Sims is our manager and our, you know, the drummer for the group. Mm-hmm. And so not a manager, drummer, but he was the manager. He's the drummer for Switch. And then at 17, I'm with legendary singer O'Brien, who was managed by Don Cornelius, who I go on the road with. 18, I'm, you know, with Jeff Lorber singing on his record, Facts of Love. So I had, you know, working with Benny Medina, being signed with Warner Brothers, working with L.A. and Faith, Jimmy and Terry. I just had a lot, you know, just a lot. I had a lot of success. My first record, you know, a gold single, platinum single, I had a lot of success, and I took it for granted. Being so young, it kind of where you think that it's just supposed to be that way, and that's the first thing. But you think it's supposed to be that way, you're losing, So I just feel like really just reinventing myself today, and knowing that, like I said, knowing that it's full of love, knowing that, I just totally believe that God has always been with me, but it was the right thing, to get out of the fire, at that time. I kind of lost my place of what you were saying, but, sorry, because I'm kind of trying to read the comments at the same time. But go ahead, just keep going.
No, you're on it, sis. You are totally on it. And you know what? You're just touching the masses right now, because your story alone, is really for everybody. And being able to understand that, what I went through, who I am today, like you said, you took it, when you're in something, sometimes it's like you don't recognize what you have into is gone. But then at the same time, I'm sure your story is, I have something greater, because it took you to go into the inside and find out who you are. Because that's
what it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Yes, I'm saying I don't think I would even be the person I am. That's what I meant to say. Yes, had I not gone through that losing stuff and just totally depending on God and not going in that valley. Yes. Because that's what I was trying to say. I had a lot given. I had a lot given out, but it was young. So that's what I was trying to say. It hurt back then, but now I'm so grateful that like I said, that I went in and went through the wilderness, and that's where God is. That's where where you grow and learn. Yes. And so anyway, I just wanted to say that.
Oh, I love that, sis. And you know what? I'm doing a thing. It's called I Am Free. And you become free when you're not dictated by things outside of you, and trying to fit in, like when you were doing things you did, having all the fame and so forth, but you had nowhere to go. It's void. You have a void, so you're trying to hold on and make things happen from the outside, which there's nothing that's there of substance can actually fulfill you, so that's why it was a cry. It's like, you know what? Wait a minute, I can't do this. I'm losing myself. I'm not even who I remember I was before I even got here. So just going back into that place of picking up, of understanding who I am, and now, like you said, you went through a dark time in your life, in a dark time. But dark times are the best times, and I know they don't feel good. I tell everyone, it don't look good and it don't feel good. But guess what? It all works together for your good, and that's what it's about, And so we know that right now, going through those dark times, of course, that's where we find the light. And not only do we find it, we become it. So I just wanted to go ahead and ask you a couple questions, because we do have Derrick here on the line as well. Hi, Derrick.
Okay, hold on one second. We're going to try to plug this phone in.
Okay.
We're trying to do a speaker, and so really kind of, let's see if we can get it now. Can you talk?
Yes.
See if it's working out. Oh, okay. Okay, I think we got it.
All right, you did it.
Okay.
All right, teamwork.
All right.
Derrick Muhammad's in the house. Woo! What's up, Derrick? Hey, you guys are such a...
Well, I want to say Pam, Zion Z, my homegirl from Ohio.
Yes.
Salute to you, the 330.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us on the show. I'm honored. Actually, anytime I get a chance to talk about this project and get to be a sidekick to the Superwoman, I'm like Robin to Batman, or I don't know if I want to say Robin. Let's just say Tonto. I'm Tonto to the Lone Ranger.
Well, I
like Tonto. I'm Tonto, Native American.
Oh, let me tell you. But let me, you know what? You do have a superwoman next to you. She's a queen, okay? And that is a true blessing. And I know right behind her is someone you're very creative. You've done so many things yourself. Even right now with the movie, you know, a Derrick Muhammad film. You got to tell us a little bit about how you and, you know what, it's, you know, I got an echo, and I don't want that echo. Does it sound like an echo to you?
Yeah, we got an echo going on. I got some bad audio vibration going on over here.
Okay, no problem.
Let me, I'm just, okay, so the question was about the movie?
Yes, I want to, you know, how did you and Karyn come together and do this great piece, this feature film?
Karyn and I was in LA auditioning, and we started as scene partners. And going on auditions in LA, you get a call back or you don't get a call back, or you might book the role and then you might not have the production go through. So we was like, you know what? This is just crazy. Why don't we just put our heads together and come up with our own story? Mm-hmm. And after careful deliberation, we just came up with the idea to do something based on her life, loosely based on her life, but not exactly a biopic, okay? So we penned the script, Gale in the Storm, like last December is when we got done with it, okay? And once we got done, we was in Sacramento with Jay King from Club Nouveau, which is Karyn's manager, at a creative exchange, and we saw how much love that she had up there in Sacramento because she used to live there along with him being her manager. So we was like, this would be an awesome place to film the movie. So we put the production in place. We cast from some people that we knew close to us who were awesome actors. We auditioned some actors from LA. We came up with a budget. We reverse engineered the whole idea based on her target fan base. She had, you know, being a platinum selling artist, we knew she had a fan base that would appreciate it. So we put a budget in place and we started filming, and we filmed the movie in 7 days. The feature film was 50 scenes in 7 days. So we had no time for mistakes.
Wow.
Yes. You better get that action right.
And we put in 20-hour days. Like, and then while we was doing it, she was so cold-blooded with it, she recorded 6 tracks in 2.5 days while filming.
What?
Yeah,
you know what? You know what? I'm convinced you are a superwoman. You talk about I'm not your superwoman. No wonder he was like, yes, you are. Girl, look at all the things you can do at one time. That's powerful. That's awesome. You guys are a great, great team. And in 7 days, just remind me of that great number. I love that number.
Exactly. So, with that being, I'm going to make some adjustments here.
Okay.
We're definitely ready to
okay.
Y'all better go on now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, great. So, with that being said, you know, we got new production. We used to college students from Morehouse who we vetted, and they were some award-winning short film Westview Pictures. So they shot the movie. We had a line producer, Short Stack, who worked with Karyn before in some of her videos, and we just pieced it together, brick by brick, and we were really excited about it.
That's awesome. And Karyn, 2.5 days. So tell me about that, because I know that's your, you know, that's your heart right there. So tell us a little bit about what happened in the studio when you did that.
Oh, God, show that girl. Trust me. And I had my niece who helped me write a lot of the songs and the lyrics, and Derrick helped with some lyrics. I put it back in the set. So if you can write a script, you can write a lyrics. You got a week. Shout out to my amazing producer who just is an incredible musician, just, you know, gave us the sound we were looking for. And hey, you know, it's soulful. So at the heart of what I do, that's just, you know, who I am. So this album, you know, it's kind of like, Gail Storm was a legendary funk singer, so you hear songs, you know, I took some of the flavoring of like Tina Marie, Shaka Khan and Rufus, Al Green, Curtis Mayfield. Those are all the kind of feeling that we wanted the soundtrack to have, so we wanted to be reminiscent of the 70s. So it was cool because that's my favorite era of music, and I just said, like I said, it was the fact that God was just smiling on us because we didn't have the budget to be spending a bunch of time in the studio anyway. So, right. This project. Shout out to my independent artists.
Yeah, it was either do or die. You ain't get that line right, you might not make it.
Well, you know what? You guys still talking, so I guess you doers, okay? Ain't no dying over here, so you got it happening, you know? And I'm so glad to see that you guys getting that finish, and you saying that it's going to be coming, that's October 12th, right? The premiere in Sacramento?
Yes. Yep. And October 12th will be the first premiere, and then what we're going to do, and let me just say this to my fans out there too. We want you guys, see, the music industry has totally changed, and the old way doesn't work anymore. So what we're doing is we want to have our fans act as hosts. So maybe in their city they could, you know, let's say for instance in Atlanta, we can put together a group of people that want to see the movie, the road com show the movie, you know, do some, you know, live performance afterwards, maybe do some dinner. So it's going to be a new way of just entertaining people in general. So we're really excited about being the future. And that's what, you know, that's really what
old artists used to do back in the day was like supper clubs. Well, even in the 40s, 50s, 60s, what old artists used to do is they would go to certain places. Say, for example, the Chitlin Circuit, okay? So they would just partner up in certain places with people at big houses. They would have a potluck. They would put a couple dollars in. And they have a couple dollars in there, and Nat Cole might show up and throw down. Count Basie might show up. Thelonious Monk. Marvin Gaye. Can you imagine? I remember when back in the Motown days, they would get on that bus ride, and after they performed, they would go to the supper club after the hour spot, and you might see James Brown perform again late at night, you know? So we're thinking about, we're actually putting that in place. So anybody who want to reach out to us and participate in hosting some events with Gail and the Storm, Karyn White, showing a movie or even doing some live performances, you know, reach out to us via KarynWhite.me, KarynWhite.me. KarynWhite.me.
Karen White.
Reach out.
Yeah.
Not me.
Because, you know, with this whole thing about social media and the internet, you don't have to have a label or Warner Brothers or anybody. You just got to get creative and be visionary with this whole process and go to town on it.
Yeah, and do you. And I love that. That's what we need to do, you know. People helping people. We need to really come together. And like they said, if you're interested in hosting or being a part of that team, definitely. Right now, too, if you want to ask questions, if you have questions for Karyn or if you have questions for Derrick about anything, this is the time to do it. You can dial in. That dial-in number is 515-604-9842, and the access code is 10050. Okay? And I'm sorry. Yes.
Question. Anybody have questions regarding look deep inside yourself? What have you become? You remember who you are. You are a star, exactly as you are. See, that's what I had to remember. That's the theme song. It's called Where I Belong. To soundtrack the GALE Q&A session has started. Q&A session is over.
Okay.
No questions?
No, it's I gotta get it right over here. Give me I'm sorry about that. This is like a production type situation. 1 second.
So we put out this trailer today where people were like, "Whoa, this is a scenario."
Just give us a moment. Just working on some technical stuff. Like I was saying, you have some questions and you want to ask Karyn or Derrick. This is the time to call in right now. That number is 515-604-9842. And the access code would be 910050. This is the perfect time for those of you that are interested in film, interested in hosting, interested in being a part, or just even understanding how they did what they did and how they did it. Call in right now and you can ask questions and they'll definitely be right there to answer them, waiting on your calls to come in. Again, that's 515-604-9842, and the access code is 910050. Thank you for joining us, A.T. Allen. Okay, so let me see if we have someone here coming in. Just giving it a few more minutes, you guys. Just bear with us. Bear with us. Giving it a few more minutes. Okay, let me see what we have here. Hello?
We're up and running.
Okay. So
We're up and running.
we're up and running here. Thank you for that break. So we're able to take your calls if you want to call in. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. Are you there, Derrick, Karyn? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, there's a little technical difficulties over here. But yes, we can go ahead and move forward with everything. Everybody's actually doing everything through Facebook. I guess that's easy for everybody versus calling in these days.
Okay, was that a question?
Well, no, we're gonna just go. Yeah, you got people joining in, so they're kind of asking questions a little bit online versus actually calling in to the show.
Okay, you want to read one of their questions off?
Yeah, let me see.
Be able to address their question.
Okay. You know, any of you guys, instead of calling in the lines, here, let me pull down here. if you go ahead and ask the questions you want, you can do that online instead of calling in. That's easier for you. No, from New Orleans. Hi, from New Orleans. So what's your question? What's your question? Okay, so I have one asking, will Karyn White be on tour soon?
Okay, somebody asked me a question. Karyn White be on tour. So.
Oh yeah, I'll be on tour, but I'm not really sure. I know that I'm doing something with Lee Williams and Kathy Flag and People called My Sisters and Me, and that's happening until 2018. And I am looking to do more stuff. So sign up at KarynWhite.me so you can see me live.
So you hear that? If you want to see Karyn White live, you want to go to KarynWhite.me/music. And is it, I mean, that's for the music part. That's where they buy the CD. But actually, Derrick can go in there. Are you going to do your live streaming? Is that where you're going to do that at, Karyn?
Oh, yeah. Everything is, that's the hub. That's my house, Karyn White. I mean, I want to tell all you guys on Facebook as well, please sign up at KarynWhite.me. I really would appreciate that if you guys could, because then I can let you guys know what's going on. And it's really, I need to let you guys want to see me more in your city. The promoters don't know I've been gone, so they want to see you still have fan base, people want to see you. So I'd like to say, I have these people, you know, I put out a post yesterday, saying, you know, calling out these different cities and promoters. It's like people want to see me, you know, they just don't even know that I'm singing here. So, anyway.
But they're going to know from that movie. That's for sure. And then I have someone else ask a question. Do you prefer studio or live?
Ooh, well, I love studio because it's perfect in there, you know? Perfect.
I know.
When you sing, it's fun, you know, but I love working with producers, but as far as live, it's nothing like the people. So I would have to say I prefer live music, the vibration that I make. And I have an out-of-body experience live. And I remember when I was in the French people woman, right, when I was younger, I used to meet this Sarah who was on my group. I was crazy. but it would be fun because my band would be like, okay, what's she going to do today? I didn't even know what I was going to do.
Oh, my God. That's, you know what? All I want, what's this other question? I'm sorry. I had right here. What did they say? Oh, let me see. The best, okay, look, with Derrick, the best part of you working with Karyn. What's the best part? That, you know, or that got you moment, you know?
Well, one thing about working with Karyn is challenges you to be the best. And if you suck, she's going to let you know. Like, you can't hold that with her. You can't hide. She brings it out of you. So the cream going to rise to the top or that leg going to stay right at the bottom. I tell you that. So I learned a lot about myself working with Karyn White. And it's a painful and filling process at the same damn time. Painful process.
Painful.
Like shit. You gotta remember, like, Karyn worked with all the best. Like, she named them off. Don Cornelius, O'Brien, Benny Medina, Babyface in L.A., Jimmy Jam, and she was married to Terry Lewis, so all she knows is excellence. So if you ain't bringing it, you gonna get cut. And she will tell you about it in a loving, nice, Karyn White way. So, yeah.
That's good.
I lost a lot of weight.
It's funny. When he said, I need to work on my tone.
Oh, my God.
That's the truth. I have to work on
my tone is horrible. It's like a Marine or something, a Marine drill sergeant. And she ain't never been in the military. It's horrible.
So honestly, Derrick is Mr. Alchemy. He's the person that encourages and how, we can do it and, don't, what you say is what you are. So he speaks life and because much, you know, it's very, like I said, I'm facing this thing. I have, you know, a product out with me just because I have a name that, you know, people are even checking for me or even, you know, going to purchase my music or even care. So I'm facing this thing all the way. And sometimes I tell Derrick, I mean, so what? I mean, I'm starting over. You know, he's like, that's fear talking. I'm like, no, it's true. I'm like, you know, like, I've been away. You understand? Like, you ain't checking for Karen White.
People are.
Oh my gosh. That is so untrue.
Yeah, I'm saying something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just believe that if you put your mind on a thing, you can make it happen. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta put work into it. You can't just wait on the job to knock on the door. You gotta get your mind up.
Go ahead, roll them sleeves up, get your fingers dirty, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, Karyn, people love you, okay? I mean, when I was talking about you and I got so many inboxes, people were like, oh my gosh, Karen White, I love Karen White. What is she doing? You know what I mean? So you know, they know your songs, and I mean, especially, you know, that Superwoman, because I had one girl, she was like, you know what, I'm not his Superwoman. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, you are totally loved. And I know you're back out here to tell your story. You understand? And to inspire the people. So know that they are truly listening. And what you're doing right now is called for these days. And people need to hear it, especially those who are even in the entertainment, you know, because a lot of them are not happy, you know, but they're just walking zombies. And they need to know why, what's missing, and you can tell them that. So you are truly a blessing, sis. And I'm so excited to have you here and with my brother Derrick, you know, doing it. And I wanted to ask you, is this your first film, Karyn, or have you?
No, I had a role in a movie called American Bad Boy with Cat Williams. I played an A&R.
Okay.
So that was a couple of years ago, and then I did the sitcom of Beauty and the Baller. So I did that before. But this is, like I said, you know, I just don't believe in waiting on somebody to do anything for me. And just going forward, you know, we have a good plan, and we hope that you guys are going to love the movie. And I'm very intense.
Why you laugh? Where does that intensity come from, Karyn?
I'm an intense person.
He's made out of fire and brimstone.
That's funny so much.
I'm like Angela Bassett on steroids, like with everything. Here, you know, I could like, why did you not pick up, you know, change the script? I mean, I'm just, I'm an intense person. I'm really.
That's where her greatness comes from, her intensity.
Yeah, we call it passion. that's passion. Yeah. That fiery passion. You know what I mean? You know, a question for you, Derrick. Now, but what's the best way for, you know, to people to audition for you? You know, for your upcoming films and so forth. Like if someone's like, you know what, they want to act or whatever, I mean, that process, what would you say is the best way?
You know, I mean, right now everything is done online. Me, you know, or email me. You know, right now we're trying to get this. We're in the process of producing this product, making it best we can make it. We will have other projects in the future. But my email is Derrick, DERRICK, Muhammad, MUHAMMAD100 at Yahoo. Email or inbox me at Facebook. I don't even know what picture I got. I think I got the I Am the Storm t-shirt on there. But I'm that black dude with beard.
Well, you all over Facebook right now.
Like, with actors, man, it all depends on the role. Like, you know, I love working with hardworking actors. You know, prior to this experience, I was like, oh, you know, this person's interesting, but they might not put the grind in. But by going to audition and training myself as an actor, I really have a whole new respect for the well-trained actors, because they put in work. There's people right now that's bypassing marriage and children that is grinding at this craft. Like the guy with This Is Us, Sterling K. Brown, he's been acting, he's well-trained. Mahershala Ali, he's trained. They finally get their just due. So I really appreciate the journeyman actor, and I really want to work with them as opposed to, oh, you know, I can act. I did it about 15 years ago in school, but they working at UPS and they thought about it. No, you got to put the grind in if you want to mess with the real, if you want to mess with the truth. I think it'll be a disservice. Unless you just absolutely cold-blooded. We will.
That's right. So, you know what? I want, a couple questions more to Karyn. Why don't you tell us a little bit, too, about that soundtrack so everybody can know what, the singles, everything that you have on there a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, I have 8 songs for the soundtrack that I'm on, and then which call it Bring It Back to Funk. So a lot of them, I have that 70s style flavor of music on it, reminiscent of, like I said, that era. I also have 3 other artists, independent artists, that have, so I think 4 other independent artists, male singers that are incredible. Joe Levy, and A.K. Anthony King, and Jay King, and then Jerry White and O. Whitty. So I gave some newcomers the opportunity that I think, the best part about me, I love to discover talent. I love working with the underdog. So some of these people are just incredible, and I definitely wanted them to bring hot soundtrack.
And who produced? I gotta know who produced. Who was some of the producers of those songs?
Oh, Aaron C.O.A. Allen, a legendary producer, and he's been pretty busy these days working with Kim, and also he does a lot with Joe, singer Joe. He did the whole soundtrack to music, and real music. That's one thing I love about it. It's very soulful, and that's what we wanted to do. When I say bring it back to funk, bring it back to soul, it's an era that, I miss that. Listening to radio now is the same. Everybody's trying to be pop, and I'm bold with that because I just want music to move me, and that's what the music is.
Well, there you go. Karyn White doing her thing with the music, new upcoming film. Karyn, is there any last minute words that you would like to tell your family out there, about, those last minute journeys or last minute things that you think that will stick with them, throughout the journey that they're having? They want to be parallel to what you're doing, which is being able to do what you love.
Well, I would say, first, you have to dream. You got to dream big and believe that anything is possible, and put in the work, and you got to keep stretching and growing and reinventing yourself. And to me, that's what living is. If you're, you can't be fearful, and especially our age ranges, the 40s to 50s, you can start to feel like, your best days were behind you. You gotta be hopeful, and you gotta keep dreaming. Because people say, I have a childlike spirit. That's because I dream and I believe. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not stuck in a box, and I don't let anybody put me in a box. And so that's what I was thinking, and stretching, because that's where you're gonna find greatness in that stretching, and even coming back acting, not being. That doesn't mean that you have to wait to be great to do something. You take the steps, You have the faith that you do the work, that, you know, God will do the rest. And it's been that way with this project. It's just that, you know, not only were we able to, you know, shoot the film in a week, you know, we've also talked to, you know, distributors. I was able to get my TV on Centric. Just God has just been opening up doors. It's just, we had the show 4 years ago, and I got a call this summer saying, okay, the show's going to get picked up. But so the key is, like, so you just have to show up. You have to be, you know, I know it's hard, but you gotta, you know, you gotta have faith, and you gotta have, you know, you gotta courage. There you go. Courage. Yes. Courage. That's it. You gotta have freaking courage, guys. That's it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, thank you. I'm sure you touched so many people tonight with your story and what you're doing. And I'm sure just you have no idea, you know, because you don't see everybody, but the people that you touch in your words and just living your life. And your book, you're going to, you know, I'm sure come out because it's going to touch people because I can see it. I can see it, especially what we've talked about tonight. You know, when you found your wings and just being at the top of something where a lot of people can't do that. They just don't have the courage to do it and find themselves and end up losing everything that they are, not only on a physical level, but a spiritually and emotional level. So thank you so much, Karyn. And
we had fun. Thank you.
Thank you. And Derrick. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to leave Derrick out here. Derrick, do you have any close, remarks that you would like to let the audience know?
Well, I do want to say this, that dreams do not have expiration dates.
Yes.
Okay? First off, you can see it in your mind's eye, it's attainable. If you can see it in your mind's eye, if you can dream and see it, it's attainable. A lot of people just get discouraged because they share their dreams with the wrong person, and it could be someone who loves them because they don't want them to fail. But there's lessons in failure. Failure is not really failure; it's just a learning experience. So, you know, by me having several careers, and then at this point in time in my life, able to do my first feature film, was able to co-write it with the iconic Karyn White. She trusted me, even directing it. I mean, good grief, she could have got anybody, but she allowed me to direct it. On my vision, I'm so honored and humble. You don't even know. I'm honored and humble to be in this position right now. I mean, to me, this is incredible. It's incredible. So, and to act alongside of it, and then to be able to put it out in the form and fashion that we're putting it out in. So, I'm saying to anybody, if you have a courage and you're willing to pay the price, whatever that is, you have to give up something. It's a blood sacrifice. I ain't saying you got to kill a baby.
There you go.
You got to pay a price. If it stops you one partying with your girlfriends or your boyfriend or whatever, you got to give up something to get to greatness. Anything of greatness has struggle attached to it. So courage and a fortitude.
Yes.
That's what I want to say. So,
I love it.
Live as long as you can, because you're gonna be dead even longer.
Yeah, and I love what you said, because someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die in the process. When that sacrifice, someone has to die, and actually for something great to live, you know, within you, you know, to do great things. And you know, you guys are a phenomenal team. I get such great, awesome vibes from you guys. I mean, like a natural high here. And I am also equally as honored and humbled to be able to have both of you guys here and to actually just touch the nation, to touch the masses. And I know that the purpose of this happening is going to get out there. I know that what you guys are doing is going to be great and phenomenal. And everyone out there, make sure that you contact them. If you would like to check out that music, definitely go to www.karynwhite.me/music. And if you like to see a little taste or the synopsis or want to understand more about the movie, you can go GALEandthestorm.com. GALEandthestorm.com. Again, thank you guys so much. You guys are so wonderful.
All right.
And keep us posted. Keep us posted is what's going on. I know you guys are going to be all over, with this movie. If RockLife can follow you, our production team will be right there for you just to make sure that the masses see and get this story and hear the hearts of what you guys doing. Okay?
All right. Thank you, Zion.
All right.
Thank you, Zion.
Thank you.
Baby.
Thank you. You guys have a blessed evening. All right. That was so incredibly awesome. I just want to thank all of you guys for being a part of this. As you can see, our beautiful sister and brother, as you know, Karyn White, Derrick Muhammad, doing it in a new way, doing it purpose, using their gifts and their talents, doing it within themselves, not counting on anyone else. They said you have to have the dream. You have to have the courage. You have to believe in you. Believe in yourself. Trust. Have the faith. And that faith has to kick in. You understand? That faith, you have to trust. Trust in God. You don't have to, that's why it says faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Okay? Walk by faith and not by sight. If you want it, go get it because it's yours. God planted it in you. Make it work. All right? Before I leave, I'd like for my girl Chiquita, she's going to keep you with some announcements right now just to let you know what's coming out because we have a show tomorrow. We have some great, wonderful things that are happening, and I love you to just keep rocking with me. Rock with me because there's only one way to rock. And she's going to come up here real quick and go over that with you. And then I'll come back and wrap it up with you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, everyone at Facebook family. My name is Chiquita, and I want to thank Zion again. It was a beautiful show. I think that was one of the best shows you ever did. That was fantastic. I'm a fan of Karyn White. I must admit, everyone out there, we've been getting I think even more questions came in for Karyn White and Derrick after we wrapped up the show. So thanks again to Karyn White and Derrick Muhammad. And you're going to have more information on our Facebook page. And also be sure to check out Karyn White on her Facebook page and Derrick Muhammad as well. Well, I am Chiquita. I want to remind you to join us again tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m., when Zion presents Mashed Potatoes. It's going to be an in-depth discussion on intimate relationships. The topic is called Who's in My Bed? Special guests will be Anita Dinkins and Crystal McCorvey. And on Sunday, October the 1st at 2 p.m., Pacific Standard Time, Zion presents I Am Free. Her topic of discussion will be with accomplished musician, professor, and CEO of Noah's Ark Publication and Publishing and Black Minds Matter. Lavelle Bell will be joining us. And we want to also invite you back to Rock Life with Zion as she interviews the historic civil rights activist, Honorable Reverend Jesse Jackson. Reverend Jackson will be honored at the Jesse Jackson Celebrity Fashion Show and Birthday Bash on October the 21st at the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills. Zion will be interviewing Reverend Jesse Jackson, and our Zion will also be overseeing part of the fashion show. Participants in Reverend Jackson's Birthday Bash and Fashion Show in Beverly Hills includes Thomas St. Jacques, a prestigious Beverly Hills celebrity hairstylist. Also, Kayvon, he's a supermodel, king of fashion. He's also a celebrity fashion host of Fast Forward TV. He's an actor and former elite athlete and caregiver and fashion coordinator. And also, it's going to be presented to you by New Day in association with Rodney Lynn, owner of the First Own department store, and brought to you by Reverend Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition. The fashion extravaganza is going to be the first of several going on tour in the upcoming weeks. We're going to right now go back to Zion. Remember, if you have any comments regarding our broadcast or if you wish to donate or volunteer services, Zion can be reached at RockLifeWithZion@gmail.com or New Nation Management at 800-830-1488. I'm Chiquita. Again, we want to thank legendary singer, songwriter, actress, co-writer. Oh, she's going on tour. It's so much. Karyn White and Derrick Muhammad. Thank you, guys. I can't say enough. Here's Zion.
All right. Yes. I'm so excited, and I want to thank you again, all of you beautiful faces, all my Facebook family, you royal ones. I hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you for being with me. Of course, this is the infancy stages of me doing the great work, the kingdom work, of what I've been chosen to do. You know, and so when I tell you about go ahead doing what your vision is, your purpose in life. If you don't know what your purpose is, you got to tune in on Sunday. My brother, he's going to be talking about Lavelle Bell. His book is called Your Gifts and Purpose is Your Gifts and Purpose. No, I'm sorry. Your gifts and talents are not your purpose. So it really talks about you and understanding that your gifts and talents that God has given you are truly there to enhance the purpose that he has embedded into your spirit. So we don't want to hide those. And we end up hiding it because we're so busy working and trying to take care of what we think, you know, things of life, situations or circumstances, bills and things. And then we're not doing what we love to do. And you have to have the courage. Like Derrick said, something has to die. Something has to be a sacrifice. Something you're going to have to give up. And the main thing you're going to need with that courage is faith. Faith moves mountains. Faith moves the heart of God. So come on, it's time. They're showing it themselves, just doing that film, his first film, and them doing it together. They're doing it. Guess what? You can do it too. Again, thank you for rocking with Zion, because there's only one way to rock, and that's with Yeshua Christ. Again, thank you. You have a blessed evening and ciao.